Well, hey, Ryker family. I am heading home. It is nice. Little warm. I mean, it's getting hot and humid here in Central Virginia. Um, but it's still nice. Not going to lie, I enjoy the nice warm weather, but I think I'm really going to enjoy the cooler towards winter. Not the cold, cold, but 60 degrees, 50 degrees would be nice. Running has been miserable at night, so I've been trying to do it in the morning because of the humidity and heat. It's like a steady 95 degrees, 92 degrees, heat index close to 100. Just miserable. The Ryker's been doing good, not too bad. It's got a few new noises underneath. I think it really needs a going through. I am, by the time you see this, because like I said, I've got probably 6-7 videos before this one. Maybe by the time you see this, I might have even sold it. I'm actually seriously thinking of selling it. So we will see. What else? That's about it. Seen a couple videos there in the rain. It does great in the rain. The gas mileage has been doing very well, as long as you're gentle with it. Don't put it in sport mode and burn up the tires and everything else. It does very well. I'm thinking of designing a full windshield for this thing for the winter if I do keep it. I have to find out what all the little new noise is underneath, especially when I start it. But I'm planning on maybe doing a full windshield, same height as this one here, like when you raise it all the way up, but bring it out towards the end of the handlebars on each side, and do supports, one from the start-stop button right there on my right, and the other one with my driving light switch on the left, come out with two rods which will support the outer ends, so it doesn't bend or anything like that. Those you can actually, on the ends there, will curve down just like you see the one there in front of me, but it will be sticking out more on each side and up a little higher. So if I do keep it and plan on going into the winter with it, then I am going to design a full windshield going across the front and bring it down lower towards the front hood there, as long as when I turn it, it doesn't touch. I'll make it out of cardboard or that foam board first, and then trace that out and put it onto plexiglass, and then heat it up and bend it. It only will take a couple little bends to modify it to match. It doesn't have to be perfect and spotless. Like I said, I'm not making them to sell or resell. It's just my personal modifications. Make it personalized. What else? I've gotten used to it wandering, where it tracks, where the high spot in the middle and the car tires, are where your front tires are, and it wants to wander back and forth. I pretty much just let it roll and just go with it. I mean, it looks like you got a little wiggle in your hips, as you're going down the road. It's wiggling back and forth, but, no big deal. All right, coming up on a stoplight, you know what I do. I hate these things, and I don't want to bore you with it, so we will edit them out. Hope it's quick because I'm sweating. Hold on. Alrighty, I'm back. It wasn't too long, but I hate to bore you guys with it, so I just buzz right through it, edit it out. And I know what I'm going to edit already. Just like in the mornings when I'm coming along, if nothing happens, I stop talking, tell you I'm going to edit here, and stop talking. If something happens, I will talk, and I'll cut back to that piece there. But I don't want to bore you just coming down a straight road, nothing really happening. And in the morning, I'm not very talkative, don't have much to talk about. Enjoying my runs in the morning. That's very nice, but I have to get out so early, like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. Probably like 5:30. I get home by 6:30, about an hour run, which is, I don't know, you're looking at 6 miles, 7 miles. Then take a shower and then jump on the bike and go. But man, you're awake. You are wide awake with that. So that's nice, but it's just so early. And then come 9 o'clock at night, man, you're ready for bed. And the wife does not like that. She wants a little time too, a little personal time watching TV or whatever. So it's not fair to them. But I need to stay doing it at night because I need to get used to the heat, because the half marathon is the end of August here in Lynchburg. It's going to be hot. So I got to get used to that and just, train with the heat. As long as you take in the fluids and have a bottle of electrolytes, it ain't going to kill you. Just muscle through it. It's only going to be a couple hours. What else? If you own a Ryker, let me know any experiences that you're having with it. Message below, and that way you can share with other viewers and some of the people that follow me. Different things, like you saw that one guy that his wheel fell off. I have a feeling it was operator error putting the wheel back on. I think there was beer drinking in that video and everything. From what I understand, I did not watch the video, so correct me if I'm wrong, please. I do not mind being told I'm wrong. Not a big deal. But yeah, that's the only one I've ever heard. I've heard of the snap rings coming loose, so just check your snap rings every once in a while. Just like a motorcycle, it doesn't hurt to do a quick walk around on these things. Not like a car where you just jump in and go, and then you realize as you're heading down the road, two driveways down the street, you're like, oh crap, I got a flat tire. On a motorcycle, you don't want to know your tire's low or not quite flat, and buzzing down the road at 60 and that thing starts shimmying on you or shaking. The consequences are a lot worse than a car, obviously. So, it doesn't hurt. While it's warming up, take a quick walk around, take a look at it, check your tires, check your clip rings on these kind of bikes. I always shake the handlebars back and forth, make sure I don't hear any unusual noise, cracking or popping in the steering, more so than it already does. I've got a noise still when I put on the brake. It's on the left-hand side, because your whole brake assembly and wheels and all will rotate forward when you lean on the brakes. And then they come back, of course, as you release, or as all the energy releases. And I'm getting like a popping sound on the frame because it's on my foot peg. So I'm thinking it's one of the A-frames. I think I mentioned that in one of my other videos, and I have not investigated it enough to find it. But I think I need to do that soon before something maybe catastrophic, like the whole wheel falls off or something. The whole A-frame assembly. That wouldn't be good. But that's it. And you're probably asking, you're talking about selling it. What are you talking about? Yeah, if I haven't sold it by then and somebody's interested, you can see all my videos. I don't abuse this thing. Message me. Shoot me a comment or something like that if you're interested. More than welcome to take any kind of reasonable offer, and I will sell it. Not that I don't like it. I think it's great. I just don't feel, honestly, it is worth the money for me. As much as I drive it and use it, it's not like just a Sunday driver. I think I need to go up to like the Spider. More so than the Ryker. If it's something I just took out once in a while and buzzed around town and went out to the coffee shop with the guys and stuff like that, which I don't do any of that, I would say this is perfect, absolutely perfect. But if you're going to use it as a daily commuter, any kind of weather, all seasons, I'm thinking the Spider is more for me. But this is definitely a great introduction to the three-wheel family, and it definitely opened my eyes to the pros and cons of it. So I'm glad I did get it in that sense, but I think I need to upgrade to a larger model since I do use it as a daily driver and all year round. I think I need to go bigger. So I'd be more than happy to sell it and move on up. I talked to the dealership, and of course they want to give you nothing because, face it, they're not going to try to resell one with 3,000 miles on it near the price of a brand new one of, you know, the $9.99 that you buy these things for. So they're not going to give you nowhere near that. And they want to make some commission on it. So, I mean, you're looking at, you know, $5,000 at the most, which is absolute ripoff. So I will not do that. I'll just keep it then. I'll just modify certain things here and there and make it more usable throughout the year. What else? That is it. Weather, I mean, look at the sky. Weather's blue and puffy clouds. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. We've been getting some nice thunderstorms, you know, in the afternoon, and later this week we're supposed to get some more, you know, more unstable weather. So I plan on getting wet. In that kind of weather and this heat, I don't even put the pants on. I may wear the jacket just to keep it from stinging my arms, but I think a light shirt would even work for that. You don't even need the heavy or the wind jacket that I have. Just a long sleeve shirt will block the stinging of the raindrops. But I still do wear the full face mask just to keep it from pelting you in the face and getting in your eyes and everything. All right, hold on. All right, I skipped over like 2 traffic lights. I'm down here by Sheets. I didn't talk in between there, and there's really nothing going on. It's just another traffic light and a lot of traffic. But that's it. Oh, and like I said, always check the air pressure. I do it like once every 2 weeks, 3 weeks with these things. They seem to go low, and it definitely affects the ride. Even like 1 to 2 pounds. I'd say 2 pounds. You'll start noticing a difference, and it messes with the traction control and stability control when you're coming around turns. So just pull into, you know, gas station or one of these convenience places where they have the free air, like we have that Sheets right there. And they have the free air, so I'll just check it real quick. And I also have a compressor at home if you have one of those. You know, just pump it up and check it. That's always a good thing to do. I know cars, people don't check them. The tires, they wait till the light comes on. Most of them are all equipped with the lights. And yeah, that's another conversation I'll bring up in one of my other videos, on how car manufacturers have to make the cars smarter because people are that much stupid. I mean, stupider, if that's a word. Accident avoidance, blind spot detectors. I mean, which is nice and all, but what happened to moving your head? Our parents didn't have to do that. I mean, they turned their heads and looked. I mean, give me a break. And same with the accident, you know, the front where it brakes for you because you're not paying attention. Get off your damn phone. It won't happen. I mean, drive the car. That's what you're supposed to be doing, not sitting in a lounge chair going down the road at 70 miles an hour. I get in heated discussions, not arguments, at work all the time about that. You know, that they shouldn't have to make cars smarter because people are lazy. I mean, and now it's too much work to drive the car safely. They rely on the car doing it. What has society come to? It's absolutely pathetic. I feel bad for my 2 boys, you know, that they got to grow up in this. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic about that. And yes, if it's your family and it does break for you and save their life and all, or saved a big accident where people could have got injured, it's beautiful. But then you should kick your wife or whoever, husband's ass for driving like that and having to rely on that. Pay attention with your family in the car. I mean, give me a break. But we'll talk about that later. That's a whole nother subject. Well, here comes up on my neighborhood here. Hey, bicycle rider. I do miss my bicycle. Well, you guys enjoy yourself. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.